It's hard to believe it's been over a decade and a half since The Dark Knight hit theaters. Even now, if you ask someone to name the greatest superhero movie of all time, chances are this is the one they'll mention. And for good reason. It wasn't just another comic book movie, it was a cultural phenomenon. It didn't just entertain audiences. It completely redefined what a superhero story could be. So today, let's pull back the cowl and explore how Christopher Nolan's masterpiece, The Dark Knight, changed superhero movies forever. Before 2008, the superhero landscape was very different. We had the bright, optimistic fun of Sam Raimi's Spider-Man and the stylish, but often campy, worlds of Tim Burton's Batman. These films were great, but they mostly existed in their own comic book reality. Then came Batman Begins in 2005. Nolan threw out the rulebook. He said, "What if Batman existed in our world? A world financieros, corrupt politicians, and organized crime." He grounded Gotham in a gritty, tangible reality. This set the stage perfectly for its sequel. The Dark Knight didn't just continue this trend. It doubled down, creating a film that felt less like a fantasy and more like a high-stakes crime thriller. This realism wasn't just about the setting. It was baked into the very core of the characters and their motivations. Bruce Wayne wasn't just a billionaire playboy in a suit. He was a man pushed to his physical and psychological limits, grappling with the immense burden of his choices. His suit wasn't magic. It was advanced military-grade hardware. His Batpod wasn't a toy. It was a functional, albeit insane, piece of engineering. This approach made Batman more relatable and his struggles more impactful. We weren't just watching a superhero punch bad guys. We were watching a man sacrifice his own identity for the greater good, and we felt the weight of that sacrifice. And then there's the Joker. What can be said about Heath Ledger's performance that hasn't already been said? It's iconic, legendary, a masterclass in acting. Ledger didn't just play a villain, he became a force of nature. This wasn't Jack Nicholson's charismatic gangster Joker. This was something far more terrifying, an agent of chaos. He had no backstory, no clear motivation beyond a desire to watch the world burn. He wasn't after money or power. He was a philosophical terrorist, intent on proving that deep down, everyone is as ugly as he is. His famous line, "Some men just want to watch the world burn," perfectly encapsulates his ideology. He was the perfect antagonist for Nolan's realistic Batman, a true unstoppable force meeting an immovable object. The conflict between Batman and the Joker wasn't just a physical battle. It was a war for the soul of Gotham. The movie poses incredibly complex moral questions that other superhero films then just didn't dare to ask. Can you maintain your principles in a world without any? Is it okay to sacrifice a few to save many? The famous ferry scene is the ultimate embodiment of this. The Joker puts the lives of two boatloads of people, civilians and prisoners, in their own hands. He gives them a choice: blow up the other boat, or they both get blown up. It's a terrifying social experiment that forces the audience to ask themselves, what would I do? This level of philosophical depth elevated The Dark Knight from a simple action movie to a profound piece of cinema. It treated its audience like adults, trusting them to grapple with these dark, uncomfortable ideas. Another key figure in this moral triangle is Harvey Dent. His journey is the tragic heart of the film. He starts as Gotham's White Knight, a beacon of hope working within the system. He's a legitimate hero, the one Batman hopes can one day take his place. The Joker's entire plan hinges on corrupting him, on proving that even the best of us can be broken. And tragically, he succeeds. The transformation of Harvey Dent into the vengeful Two-Face is devastating. His coin, once a tool for making his own luck, becomes a symbol of pure, arbitrary chance and a reflection of his shattered psyche. His fall from grace is the film's ultimate tragedy, proving the Joker's point in leaving Batman and the audience with a bitter, hollow victory. The technical aspects of the film were just as revolutionary. Christopher Nolan, to practical effects and his pioneering use of IMAX cameras, gave the movie a scale and grandeur that was unprecedented. Remember that opening bank heist? That was a real bus crashing into a real building. The hospital explosion? A real controlled demolition. And that incredible truck flip scene in the middle of a Chicago street? Yes, they really flipped a full-size semi-truck. This dedication to practical filmmaking gave the action sequences a visceral, bone-crunching weight that CGI often lacks. You could feel the impact of every punch and every explosion. It wasn't just visually impressive. It made the world of the film feel real and the stakes feel even higher. The Dark Knight's influence is undeniable. After its release, the superhero genre took a sharp turn towards dark and gritty. Suddenly, every studio wanted their own Nolan-esque reboot. We saw it in films like Man of Steel, which presented a more conflicted and somber Superman. And even in the James Bond franchise with Skyfall, which delved deep into the psychological toll of being an agent. The film proved that audiences were hungry for mature, thematically rich superhero stories. It showed Hollywood that you could make $1 billion with a movie that was not only a blockbuster spectacle, but also a serious character-driven drama. It also had a massive impact on the Academy Awards. After The Dark Knight was snubbed for a Best Picture nomination, despite universal acclaim, there was a huge public outcry. This pressure led the Academy to expand the Best Picture category from 5 nominees to 10, paving the way for more genre films like Inception, District 9, and eventually Black Panther to get the recognition they deserved. It legitimized the superhero genre in the eyes of the critical establishment, proving that these films could be true works of art. So why does The Dark Knight still hold up so well today? It's because its themes are timeless. The struggle between order and chaos, the nature of heroism, a society living in fear of terrorism, these are ideas that resonate as strongly now as they did in 2008. The film is a dark mirror, reflecting our own anxieties and forcing us to look at the complexities of our world. It doesn't offer easy answers. The ending is not a clean, happy victory. Batman saves the day, but he does so by taking the fall for Harvey Dent's crimes, becoming a hunted pariah. It's a bittersweet, morally ambiguous conclusion that sticks with you long after the credits roll. In the end, The Dark Knight is more than just a great superhero movie. It's a great film, period. A masterpiece of crime fiction, a gripping psychological thriller, and a profound moral fable all rolled into one. It raised the bar for what we could expect from the genre, and its legacy continues to shape the movies we watch today. It showed us that you can wear a cape and a cowl and still tell a story that is deeply human, complex, and unforgettable. Thanks for watching, everyone. What are your favorite moments from The Dark Knight? Let me know down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into your favorite films. See you next time.